It's the Aussie-led breakthrough that could prove to be a game changer for up to 500,000 Australians suffering from high cholesterol.
I think it's going to be life-changing for patients.
A new study of 14,000 patients over 4 years finding this little pill, bempedoic acid, lowered their risk of having a heart attack by 23%.
This is a really great result for patients. It gives them another option for lowering their cholesterol, which ultimately lowers their risk of having heart disease in the future.
High cholesterol can be a life-threatening condition, and it's a growing health crisis for Australia, causing arteries to narrow, reducing blood circulation and heightening the risk of heart attack or stroke. Currently, the gold standard treatment is a class of drug called statins, which works by targeting cholesterol production in the liver. But for up to 20% of the population, the side effects of muscle pain and weakness are so severe they simply can't take the medicine they need. That's where this new drug comes in.
What's unique about this medication is it's taken in an inactive form and it has to be switched on inside the body. So you get the cholesterol lowering, but you don't get the muscle aches and pains that we see with statins.
Bempedoic acid has already been approved for use overseas, and researchers hopeful it could be in Aussie medicine cabinets in 2 to 3 years.
If I can prevent the chance of somebody having a heart attack or requiring a cardiac operation, of ending up in a cardiac hospital like we're standing in today, that makes a big difference, not just for that patient, but that patient's loved ones.
Well, one person for whom this will be a huge game changer is Sue Duke. Sue, high cholesterol's been a killer in your family, hasn't it?
Well, I'm actually one of 4 siblings, and tragically we lost both our father and our mother at fairly young ages to heart disease, and we knew that they both had high cholesterol and high blood pressure. So it was something that myself and my siblings were aware of and knew that we needed to check, which we all did. And all 4 of us have cholesterol issues. So it is genetic in my family.
So you were taking statins to try to control your cholesterol, but you had some pretty terrible side effects from them. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, it took us a little while to work out what it was. It started out as aching in my legs and then my feet, and a bit of muscle weakness I noticed when I was walking up hills, and it was miserable. You sort of end up taking anti-inflammatories to try and control the pain. And initially I just thought, oh, I'm fit, healthy, I walk a lot, that's what the cause is. But it was when it got worse and it just wasn't going to go away, the GP I was seeing actually sent me to a rheumatologist who ran a whole lot of tests that came back negative. So at the end of all this, I think I was aching for about 6 months, and the rheumatologist I was seeing said to me, just stop taking the statins. They tried and what they call challenged me on a low dose at least twice and another drug, but every time the aching came back it was even worse than before and more widespread around my body. So for me, statins were a no-go.
So what would this new medication mean for you and your health?
Look, it's a game changer. I'm actually on a different medication now, another fairly new one, which is an injectable. But to be able to take a tablet to lower your cholesterol obviously is a lot easier. So it means a lot to me. It takes a lot of weight off me in terms of worrying about, well, you know, am I going to die young from heart disease? Or so it lifts that weight. And it also, because my cholesterol's familial, I know at this point that one of my 3 children has inherited it. So for them and then for my grandchildren, it's a game changer. It means that there are other treatments available.
When you have lived with something like this for most of your adult life, when there is a history of it in your family, and you know that for your own management of it, you've got to make sacrifices. What does it do in terms of just changing your life going forward, knowing that there's a much easier solution?
I just think it gives you hope, yeah, and know that you don't have to suffer. Part of the trouble is doctors are really only just becoming aware that, and I've been told it's 1 in 5 people will have this adverse reaction to statins. And so just knowing that now there are other options available, it's just a huge relief.
Sue, thank you very much for your time tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.